what that mouth do?
Literally have every single one of my teeth done.
I really want my teeth perfect for my wedding day.
Mouths are doing a whole lot lately as social media has fueled a phenomenon.
Oh, look at me.
So you got some big teeth.
I appreciate it. I call these BBL teeth.
Veneers, from chompers to chiclets, they can cost you a coin, but there are people doing them for the low out there. They call themselves veneer technicians.
It ruined my life.
They aren't real dentists. They are criminals doing serious damage to people.
They are being injured, they're being harmed, they're being scammed.
The Shade Room, Undercover.
You want all this just to do illegal activities.
We coughed up thousands of dollars to take one of these veneer tech courses. The teacher had no idea that the man we hired was really a dentist. That's until I showed up to the class.
I wanted to talk to you real quick. Do you know that this is illegal here in Georgia?
It was a mess from the beginning.
We're getting down to the bottom of it as dentists are fed up.
I'd rather you have sex with me than tongue me because it's more bacteria in your mouth.
And law enforcement cracking down.
We're prepared to handle it, and we're going to handle it.
I'm Justin Carter, and this is a TSR Investigate special report, Operation Toothache. It's not always about what's in your mouth these days, but who is in your mouth, especially here in Atlanta, where people are making careers out of veneers. We're here at the Marietta Smile Gallery, one of the top cosmetic dentistry offices in the metro area. And the problem is there are copycat dentists out there calling themselves veneer specialists or veneer technicians with no training or degree to back it up. It is a crime, and they're putting lives at risk, all while making millions of dollars in the process. So we at the Shade Room, we went undercover to see what's tea.
I need a dentist that's young, that's hip, that can blend in.
The Shade Room had been planning this for over 6 months.
It was a mess from the beginning.
This is Georgia licensed dentist Dr. Errol Morgan. We asked him last summer to take a class for us, My New Smile ATL. It was advertised on Instagram as a composite and no prep porcelain veneer hands-on training class. At the end of it, you get a certificate that would allow you to, quote, install veneers on people.
I am going to be installing 10 top, 10 bottom. No more gap. It's literally perfect. I'm so excited for this case.
And she keeps using the word install. Install isn't a word we use in dentistry. We use cementation, we use edge prime and bond, like those are the, terminology we use. So it's not a wig. Since we're talking like it's a wig install.
To disguise his identity, together, Dr. Morgan and I, we made a fake Instagram page and a Gmail account to communicate with who we now know is a woman who calls herself Jay Zachary. She told us that she was based in Houston, but My New Smile ATL is her company, and she travels to several cities hosting veneer training courses.
We're trying to cash app her for the deposit. Cash app telling us it's fraudulent, don't do it. I tried to Zelle her. Zelle telling me, no, it's not going through. So we're having a warning like, oh, this fraud.
She told us to hurry up and send her the $1,000 deposit because there were only 2 spots left in the course. So we bit the bullet and tried Apple Pay. It worked. This is the course we opted for. It's her back to school special, 2 days of classes for $4,500. Quote, all supplies, machines, labs included. Then it was time to send her the rest of the money, but our banks were not having it. Decline after decline. So we physically had to go to the bank and withdraw cash.
We got her money. This is the money, cash. Show them the money because she's expensive, y'all. She's expensive. She want all this just to do illegal activities.
Hey roommates, come here. Come here. Let me tell you something. I'm in the bathroom. I'm gonna pause for a second to grind all y'all up. Y'all out here spending thousands of dollars on veneers, bad dental work. It's giving Jerome and a half. The problem is y'all still out here brushing y'all teeth with those dry behind $2 toothbrushes and those outdated electric toothbrushes that don't even charge. So listen, we got y'all. The Shade Room, we're teaming up with Aquasonic It's a cutting edge brand. It's changing the future of brushing. And this is just for y'all. This is exclusive for the roommates. So you get the Black Series electric toothbrush. You get 8 brush heads that'll last you over 2 years. You'll get the travel case. You'll get the electric charging base. And of course, you'll get the full 2-week brightening treatment that will transform your smile. No cap. All of this for $39.95, and you know we don't pay for shipping around here, so it ships for free too. So go ahead, log on to theshaderoom.com/smile and get yours before it's gone, because guess what? I'm tired of covering stories about y'all teeth, okay? Bye.
Dr. Morgan ditching his scrubs for a trendy tracksuit and went through 2 4-hour days with her.
What was your experience like when you went in? It's a side of like a spa. Like, so from, if I wasn't a dentist and I just was enthusiastic about going to the course, I would went in there, see this beautiful spa, walk in, see the room, meet Jay. She's very professional, you know, this pink lab coat, like pink jumpsuit, very professional talking, and I'm just like, okay.
She gave him permission to record the lessons. Day 1 were lectures.
Porcelains are easier to do.
Which one do you prefer to do?
I love doing porcelain, but some people can't afford it. Like I charge $7,000 for my porcelain, and I definitely want you, because we have to pay a lab. We're paying a lab $19.80 off the rent, so you can't go charging $2,500 for porcelain because you're not really making a profit.
Day 2 was all hands on.
That's it. Now, this tooth should feel really smooth. I don't want y'all to be in any type of trouble. We gotta follow their guidelines. They're making it hard for us, but it's very doable. There's a speedometer on the suction. If we use too much, we could cause cutting in the mouth. They're saying, which we're not doing any pulling or anything, but say for instance, if they did have a tooth that was bothered or bleeding and we're suctioning it, we can cause blood clots. So they're just trying to get strict now because we're getting by. And then shape it at the bottom, make it, yep.
It looks a mess. She told me this was great work. Cause you know I'm not trying to expose my skills, so I'm like, what do I do? She like, just pat it on there, pat it on, and she was like, oh, like this is acceptable. She has a group me made with other technicians involved. That she has a licensed dentist allegedly that she's working with that will do your deep cleanings for you, remove your composite veneers or porcelain veneers that you have, and that she has the finance company to finance it for the patients. So you don't have to worry about how will people pay for it, that she has that already understood. She told me that, since she's in Atlanta, that she had a dentist and she gave me his name, his number, to contact him with any patients that I have for their cleanings and deep cleanings and composite removals, and he'll do it for her. I called the number and verified that was a dentist. Apparently the dental office that she said that she gave me, they didn't recognize that dentist. So I'm not sure if it's a dental assistant, somebody in the office that's doing something illegal, because she did state that it will happen after hours.
Check this out too. This is the kit she said that he would need to get it all started. A box of medical tools and a drill with a pedal inside. It's from Amazon. We checked, it's $63.
She gave me this, she said it's not a drill, it's not a handpiece that dentists use. It's something that they use kind of in the nail shop, or like a dental technician would use to kind of file acrylic down. And we were working on it, and she let me use it with the teeth, and I was falling down. But this is the real danger. This, I think, personally, is where the issue comes around, because this has the power to remove enamel off of somebody's tooth. And once we start removing enamel, it's irreversible, and that causes sensitivity. It can cause dental decay.
So was she instructing you to drill away at people's teeth using that?
So she did state we're not drilling in people's teeth. She's filing with people's teeth. So that, that's the disclaimer she tries to use, her different jargon.
Dr. Morgan, he finishes the class successfully and was told that his certificate would be emailed. The entire time, I'm outside waiting to ask Jay Zachary some questions about her business. I waited for 30 minutes. She never came outside, so I head up to meet her myself.
Then I show up. Then you show up. So I come up to this suite. We knock on the door. What happens next? We walk in, and she immediately kicks us out. She tells us she's on the phone. Now she's just in a hurry, and she's just chaotic.
How are you? I'm Justin.
Hey,
I wanted to talk to you real quick.
can you hold on?
Sure.
Because I'm on a very
Sure,
hold on.
sure.
Can y'all give me 1 minute? I'm talking to my brother.
We wait for her by the elevator. Minutes later, she comes out. She tells us that she's on the phone with her son's school because of an emergency. She insists that we reach out to her at a later time.
Gotta give me a second.
Okay, I will.
baby?
I just want to give you a chance.
At this point, do you think she knew what was up? I did. I think when she seen you, I think she knew. She knew when she seen you.
We explained to her who we both were, but she continued to ignore us and walk towards her rideshare.
Jay, did you want to chat about this? I just wanted to give you an opportunity.
I'm on a call with my. Nothing is
Yeah.
more important than my kids.
I just wanted to give you an opportunity because I am doing a story about this.
Okay.
And you're going to be featured. Do you know that this is illegal here in Georgia? But it is illegal here in Georgia.
She had nothing to say.
Not.
Later that night, she did send an email. It says in part, quote, "Hey, I'm not sure what went on today, but the way you guys acted and harassed me when I told you all I had an emergency with my son, I had a little more respect from you, giving you benefit of the doubt. And I'm confused. Are you a dentist or work for the Shade Room? Why did you need my class? You told them I did veneers today? I trained you, not did your veneers. I would rather refund you your money and you give me all my equipment and training manuals back, and I can train someone who actually needs training. That was a total waste of my time, and I lost out on money trying to make sure I accommodated you in a timely manner," end quote. We responded in an email as well with our plans to cover this story, offering a one-on-one interview. We have not yet heard back from her. She also never returned that $4,500 that she received from us.
What's your response to that? Guilty as charged.
Little did we know we were on to something. Prosecutors here at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, which covers the Atlanta area, they were well aware of what was going on with these so-called veneer technicians. They were months in to an investigation, an operation of their own, Operation Toothache, and the person they were after, you may have heard of before.
This is the prosecutor who caught on, Deputy Fulton County District Attorney Will Wooten.
I'm in charge of prosecuting the big-time fraud cases in Atlanta, and there is no shortage of those cases here. I'm a TikTok scroller. I'm on TikTok all the time, and I'm scrolling TikTok one day, and I see this story about veneer techs, and specifically about veneer techs in Atlanta. And, you know, I say, I got to look into this, and it didn't take long for me to find my way to Brandon Dillard.
Brandon Dillard, owner of A-List Smiles ATL. Wooten says that he was cashing a big coin off of his illegal veneer businesses. He had several LLCs in his name: A-List Smiles, the Veneer Collection, A-List Institute, A-List Cosmetics, and A-List Atlanta.
We believe that over the course of the existence of A-List Cosmetics or A-List Smiles, that company brought in about $4 million over about a period of about 3.5 years.
His prices were on point. It's why Miko Collins was first in line when the business started back in 2021. He's a stylist and a model and one of Brandon Dillard's first clients. They were friends.
I kind of wanted to fit in and get a perfect smile.
He was quoted $4,500 for composite veneers.
Full mouth, full or 20 teeth, $4,500.
His before and after posted on Instagram.
I walked out, and in the first 15 minutes, maybe 5 minutes of me walking out, the first chip started already, and it chipped right out of my mouth.
He says Dillard fixed it right away. He even ate a salad after.
It chipped again, so it chipped twice within maybe 2 hours of having them done.
He went back, and Dillard corrected the teeth again the next day. But 2 months later, as he was traveling on an airplane,
I'm biting into a cookie next to somebody and the tooth comes out.
He'd have his teeth fixed 5 times before Dillard started charging him hundreds of dollars for further repair. And that's where the back and forth started.
I'm not chewing nothing that's gonna break my teeth. I'm not chewing on candy. No, that is ridiculous. They're literally just falling off of my teeth. And you're saying, pay $1,500 for you to take 13 veneers out of 20. 20 veneers.
I'm not doing anything for free. This is it. Business is business. I don't care about your review. My work speaks for itself. You never had a deep cleaning after you got them done. I have the pictures. That's probably why you had so much built up plaque on your teeth before you got them done. No wonder why they're coming out. You were supposed to get a deep cleaning, which you never did, and lied and said you had one.
I was explaining to him, like, it's depressing. Like, I'm literally going on TV at times with chipped veneers. That is depressing. Like, I don't pay my money to look a mess.
He says the long-term effects on his teeth have been horrific.
It's not that he messed up my teeth, but he made them weak. Like they're more brittle now.
Miko is not alone. October 3rd, 2024, the DA's office, they secured a warrant and raided Brandon Dillard's Buckhead condo, as well as his business right here in Northeast Atlanta. As you can see, it's pretty quiet. There's a bunch of medical offices and other businesses, but it was what was inside that really shocked investigators.
You're talking things like Range Rovers, Mercedes vehicles, custom gold and diamond jewelry, large amounts of cash, designer goods, Louis Vuitton, Chanel.
It's all spelled out in an 87-page criminal complaint against both Brandon Dillard and another man, Angel Santos, over 400 items seized. And yes, they love their Louis Vuitton and Chanel. They also love their Balenciaga chains, Cartier sunglasses, an 18-karat Rolex, Hermes bracelets. The list goes on.
We seized jewelry, money, vehicles, dental equipment, luxury goods. And the reason I bring that up is because about a week or two ago, we filed what's called a complaint for civil forfeiture,
which is a lawsuit that claims his $1.4 million Buckhead condo was obtained through the commission of crimes, serious crimes. Dillard arrested and charged with 8 felonies, including practicing dentistry without a license, practicing medicine without a license, theft by deception, and RICO charges. It also says in this criminal warrant that Dillard offers and performs face filler, lip filler, and non-surgical BBL procedures, which involve the subcutaneous and or intramuscular injections of hyaluronic acid into the face, lips, buttocks, and other areas of the human body. Dillard does not possess a valid license to practice medicine in Georgia from the Georgia Composite Medical Board at all.
Why Atlanta?
I can't tell you why. I can just tell you that, yes, there's a lot of scamming going on in Atlanta since our office, since our administration, Fonnie Willis's administration came in 2021. We've kind of reprioritized our attention to these types of cases.
And that is why at least 10 of Brandon Dillard's former patients are named as witnesses in this complaint. One woman said she, quote, had some of the veneers fall out of her mouth and she developed an abscess. Another, quote, developed lockjaw and an abscess in her mouth since receiving the veneers. Another paid $5,500 and told investigators she can only eat soft foods on the side of her mouth, where Dillard shaved her teeth.
When the problems come from the veneers, they don't have dental insurance, they don't have health insurance, they don't have access to get in and get the care that they need. And so that's another reason why prosecuting these types of cases is so important. Pretty much anything that could be considered an operation or a procedure inside of someone's mouth affecting their teeth, their jaw, their bone structure, anything like that is considered dentistry. And if you don't have a license issued by the Georgia Board of Dentistry, you cannot do any of those things.
In fact, it's revealed here that Dillard was sent a cease and desist letter by the chief investigator of the Georgia Board of Dentistry back in February 2024. She warned, quote, that the Board of Dentistry is investigating you for the unlicensed practice of dentistry. The matter will be discussed at the upcoming investigative committee meeting for a status update and decision on how to proceed. The chief investigator, Stacey Altman, then got him on the phone, where Dillard said that he was performing veneer services solely for theatrical purposes.
The first lane is, of course, the people that are getting services, right? And the second lane is people that are taking classes to learn how to become veneer techs themselves.
And many not knowing that the up to $6,000 he charges to teach veneer tech courses is solicitation for others to commit similar crimes. The certifications that he gives out at the end of the course is not valid in the state of Georgia.
This course kind of pissing me off a little bit.
It was easy to tick off Dr. Heavenly Kimes. She's a board-certified cosmetic dentist, owner of Smiles by Heavenly, and one of the stars of Bravo's Married to Medicine. When I sat her down to take this non-prep porcelain veneers lab application certification with me, she was shocked. We randomly found this course after a quick Google search.
It's a $1,500 course being offered right now online. Anybody can sign up for it, essentially.
We're not naming the business attached to it because it may be part of an ongoing investigation, but Dr. Kimes, she immediately spotted some critical flaws.
Something that they didn't mention, though, is that you need to numb a patient when it comes to
Absolutely,
that.
you got to administer anesthesia because most times you have to prep the tooth. You have to trim down the tooth, the enamel off the tooth for it to look right.
Something else that stuck out to me, too, as we were going through the course, you said, Dr. Heavenly, all this information is pretty much accurate.
Yes, this course is very much accurate. I mean, we're in an age where AI is everything. ChatGPT, I could have pulled this up and actually put this information here together, for sure. Easily. 15 minutes.
Is that scary to you?
It is, because I think that people don't have the knowledge of what they need to know in order to make an educated decision and keep themselves healthy. Because if anybody can get this course and anybody could try to do it from their home, they don't know what kind of risk they're putting themselves at. And it's something that's elective, something they don't even really have to do at that point.
Something else of concern, the course pushing students to send labs for dental impressions overseas.
When it comes to your practice, how does it work with labs, with sending labs? You have to have a license and you have to prove that you have a license.
When you send something to a lab, you have to have what you call a prescription. Just like you do with drugs or anything else, they have to have your license number in order to send something out to a laboratory. I'm not seeing anything on the sterilization techniques. Like, where's the autoclave when you're using different instruments? An autoclave is a device that you use to kill the spores, like it's a heating device, almost like an oven. You have cold sterile. They're not mentioning these types of things in order to keep it safe. Another thing that I noticed in here was when they're actually placing the veneers, sometimes you have to adjust them in the mouth. Now that's where the issue comes in, because when you're adjusting anything in the mouth and you get close to the gums, if you have bleeding or something like that, that's where the bacteria starts. Now bacteremia can go to your heart, and it can cause extensive things. And as a non-professional, you can't prescribe them medication, antibiotic, or something they need. The first thing I do is go over your medical history before we start anything. Do you have heart problems, heart murmur, rheumatic fever, diabetes, high blood pressure? Are you pregnant or nursing?
None of which is listed anywhere in the course.
You know what? I often try to use analogies. Doing dentistry without a licensed professional is almost like having sex without a condom. You're risking it. You're risking your life. You just really are. I'd rather you have sex with me than tongue me, because it's more bacteria in your mouth, and that bacteria is spreadable.
Are you hitting on me, Dr. Heavenly?
I am not. I've been married 25 years, but your mouth has so much bacteria. You know what I mean? I would almost rather you have sex than tongue somebody.
But Dr. Heavenly, Black people are saying, we don't care. That's a problem, don't you think?
Care about your life?
Let's look at that. This is the look now.
With over 1 million followers on social media, influencer and comedian Big Homie Blocks, he told us that he was okay with his porcelain veneers. He says that he got them done by a veneer technician back in March. They slid into his DMs and gave him a deal, $2,000.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
I'm ready. Know my babies right there?
Yours.
Okay, y'all. Know my babies right there. Oh, look at me.
It was all fun and games until his front tooth popped out.
I had a minor technical difficulty on myself. But I ain't gonna trip though, like y'all. Y'all gotta watch what y'all eat when y'all got veneers, man. I can't go outside like this, y'all. I can't be outside looking like this.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Did you pick that size?
Oh. No, the way my teeth set up, I think it fit my teeth area.
When I tell you about a veneer technician, or even say that, what does that mean to you? Do you think it's a real thing?
No, of course. I mean, veneer techs pretty much learn off YouTube. It take 1 month for them to get a certificate. Well, 2 days actually, and I don't agree with that.
But why? Why would you do it?
Because I wanted a new smile. I wanted my smile to be better, but it ended up being bigger.
And you are aware that this is illegal?
This is illegal?
It's illegal.
This is a legal practice, veneer technicians.
Well, we need to call the police on these people.
You got illegal veneers in your mouth that could be harming your health long term.
I can't believe this. See, I learned something new every day.
We showed our interview with Big Homie Blocks to Dr. Michael Thomas, licensed cosmetic dentist and owner of the Marietta Smile Gallery. It's right outside of Atlanta. Veneers are his thing. Celebrities come to him to get their teeth done. He too was shocked at what he heard.
Do his teeth look okay by your standards?
On the surface level, they're big. On the surface level, you can tell that when he chews or eats, there's some things that's probably gonna be breaking or cracking or popping out or something like that. You can just kind of see about what we call the bite or occlusion, that there were some things that were off. And there's some things that can be improved upon and that can lead to even bigger issues in down the line. TMJ issues, temporal pain, like a lot of different things. I hope that at some point he gets some professional help.
Well, he listened. In February 2025, months after our interview, Big Homie Blocks had a message to his fans. He had his veneers removed.
I took them out because I had a chipped teeth in the front. It was a lot of stuff that I didn't like about it that was still about the veneers that I really wanted to be done. Like, for example, they was too big. I mean, the push come to shove, the only thing she did was put it back. And then to cover up the chip, she tried to gloss over it, but it didn't work. As you can see, it made my teeth fall out still. One thing I'm gonna always tell people, whoever want to get their teeth done, veneers done, make sure y'all go to a real dentist, you know what I'm saying? Don't go to a veneer tech.
That's advice we can all chomp on. So what do you do if you see an illegal veneer practice in your area? Your best line of defense is to reach out to your local district attorney's office or your state board of dentistry. In Atlanta, you can reach out to fcda.fraudtips@fultoncountyga.gov. And of course, we'll have all of that information on our website, theshaderoom.com. For now, this is the TSR Investigates Special Report, Operation Toothache. I'm Justin Carter.
Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.